Jillian, I had an idea while I was watching your video, and it made sense to me to play like a kid. Now, I have a grandchild, she's 2.5, and she spends time with us, and she stays over the night sometimes, and we lose our ability to just kind of be free and talk as we get older. And often it has a lot to do with the indoctrination that we've gained from school and peers and society and whatever parental upbringing that kind of crushed our ability to improvise. And that brings me to this. I, I hope you love it. Just like a little kid, just like a really little kid, okay? Just like my granddaughter. And you have kids, you watch them. One of the neat things that we get to do when we're really little that we abandon later on, and we shouldn't actually abandon it, it is part of play. It is part of getting out of our own way and like stepping into the empowered sense of self that we deserve, is our ability to, it's not anthropomorphize, well, maybe it is. It's, imbuing something. This is the case for my microphone, okay, that I'm using to record with you right now, and I can talk to that. What do you think? Do you think I have a problem talking to this person here? And you can actually talk to these items, and it can be a little odd to start to feel like, you know, what say you, Mr. Glasses, Mr. Shades? Is this an issue? Do you have a problem with this when you sit on my face? Like here? Sit on my face, right? It becomes it becomes something else. And you know, this is the bag to my Osmo gimbal. You know, what say you, Mrs. Osmo bag? Is this an issue? And it starts to paint a picture of just talking. As you're discussing things or as you're cleaning up at the dishes and you grab the soap dispenser and you say, "Isn't that right, Mr. Soap Dispenser? We're working hard right now, aren't we?" And, it's that feeling of just starting to let it be playful. And the reason why I want you to do this, just do this a little bit each day. Each day, I want you to do that. Okay? And I also want you to make a video for me explaining a different component of what it is that you feel is such a difficult thing about talking to the camera or wanting to do that, because you told me in the video that you know that those sort of imposter syndrome limiting beliefs are actually not part of who you are. So I want to hear from you what you think is one of the individual components, and just tell me. Just explain it to me. Okay? You're talking to me. Remember, you're talking to me. It's fine. And I want you to talk to an inanimate object a little bit each day. It doesn't have to be in front of your kids or family or whoever, but I want you to play with that, okay? You can have a whole conversation. I mean, my granddaughter, she can do that just like your kids, picking up things and talking with them and having a whole conversation. And, this one is saying this and this one is saying this. And, maybe it's a block and it's a crayon and they're both talking and they have a name, each of them, and they, they're doing their lives. So we can actually start to play with that so that we can think about ourselves from outside of our own. What I mean to say is that when when I have a conversation with this Shure microphone bag, what do you think, Mr. Microphone Bag? Shouldn't Jillian get out of her own way? Because she needs to, and we know we need to, and I need to sometimes. Don't you need to? Or are you just a bag? Or are you just sitting there? And when I do that, I'm picturing my inner critic sitting on my shoulder saying, is this okay to do? And the answer is yes, it's okay. It's more than okay. When you set your own rules, you become the master of your little universe. That's why. The other thing is, let's actually see what are the different components of the issue. I want you to think into the issues, the problems that you have with presenting, and I want to hear your thoughts on an individual component, something that is stuck, and why. Okay? Let's hear it this week, and we'll speak on Friday. Good.